So it has been 2 years since the PlayStation 5 has released, and within that 2 years, it has been really hard to get one. However, I did get one without having to go through a reseller straight off the PlayStation website, so stay tuned because in this video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and the cons when it comes to the PlayStation 5, and if I think you should go ahead and get one. Anyways, let's get right into it. So when it comes to the PS5, the first thing I want to talk about before actually getting into the review is the fact that PlayStation has said they are trying to make this console available to a lot more people this year, more than any other year in the past, because they manufactured so many units. And if you look on the website, it is still available. I looked at Target just before making the video and there was PlayStation 5s available. I don't know how long that's gonna be for, but after this video, if you decide you want one, I definitely think you should go out and get one while they are still widely available. Anyway, let's get into the review. The first thing I wanna talk about is going to be the design. Now, I do love the design just because it looks so futuristic, it looks so modern, but the one problem I have with it is just the size. Now, the size when it comes to this console is extremely big. If you've watched my other video about the Xbox Series X, I talk about how I think that one's already big, and this one is actually a lot bigger than the Xbox Series X. However, it doesn't weigh as much, which is really crazy. Besides that, I think it's just beautiful. It really can make your living room or your gaming room just even more sleek and more modern because of the way it looks. And I think that the look of this console overall is just absolutely amazing. Now, besides the design, the actual graphics of the PlayStation 5 look absolutely beautiful. I did get the God of War bundle, and I will say playing that game legit looks like a movie, and I'm not over exaggerating. The fact that this console can produce the graphics, or maybe it's just the way they developed the game to where it looks so just like crisp and clear. The story's crazy, and I haven't played PlayStation since the PlayStation 4, and I forgot how great their exclusive games were. Now, not only do the games on this console look amazing, but PlayStation did an amazing, and I mean an amazing job when it comes to the controller. Now, this is my absolute favorite thing about this console. The fact that when you play any game, not even just like a shooter, God of War, 2K, anything like that, the feedback that this controller gives you really just expands the playing experience even more, if that makes sense. It just makes you feel even more into the game. When I play 2K and I'm over here trying to push the triggers or like do anything, the fact that there's resistance coming from the triggers and coming from like the controller itself is insane. And that is what I love about the PlayStation 5, is that the controller really just evolutionized gaming for me. Now, another thing with the controller that I absolutely love is the fact that it does come with a built-in speaker inside. And let's say you don't have enough money or you just don't want to fork out an extra $100 for a headset. One thing I love is you don't need the headset. You just need the controller. It comes in with a built-in microphone and a built-in speaker, so you can actually talk to your friends directly from this controller without even needing a headset. And that is just something super phenomenal. The reason why I love this controller so much is that PlayStation did a really good job on evolutionizing the gaming experience. It wasn't just like, oh, we have a couple more specs inside the actual console. They actually made sure that the player experience when playing games changed dramatically. So the next thing I really want to talk about, besides the actual controller, is going to be the PlayStation subscription service. Now, I talk a lot about Game Pass on this channel and why it's so great, and PlayStation has done an amazing job with this service, because not only are there 3 different services that you can pick from, but the pricing on each of these services and what they do for you is just amazing. They split it up to PlayStation Essential, which is either $9.99 a month or $24.99 quarterly, or $59.99 yearly. So that comes with online, and then you just get around like, I think 7 PlayStation games. The one I personally got was the middle tier, which is Extra. That's $14.99 monthly, $99 yearly, and about $40 every 3 months. And then you could also get PlayStation Premium, which is $18 a month, or $50 every 3 months, or $119 yearly. So the difference between PlayStation Extra and PlayStation Premium is you do get a lot of PS4 and PS5 games on Extra. Premium, you get a lot of the retro games. So I'm not super into retro gaming, which is why I went with Extra. And if you do the yearly, that is literally around like $10 a month, which is insane because Game Pass is $5 more monthly. And the fact that they give you the option to choose yearly, quarterly, or monthly, depending on your budget, I think it is really good. You could just get it over with one payment for the year, and then you have online, and it is super sick. I think PlayStation did a really good job with it. And especially if you just get the Essential or the Extra, you get a lot of really good games. I'm talking about PlayStation exclusives that are amazing. So PlayStation did a really great job when it comes to their services, because I feel like whenever this first came out, it wasn't as good, but over time they definitely made it to where it's affordable for everyone. And you can see that PlayStation is actually caring a little bit more about the players and the user experience than they have ever before, to be honest. Now, besides the design and the controller, which are two things I automatically love, everybody knows that PlayStation exclusives are amazing. Not all of them, but most of them are really, really good, and they just drag the player in. Now, PlayStation has done a good job with their home screen, making sure that they even bring the player in a little bit more. Because whenever you're on the home screen, if you have your cursor on a specific game, not only does it play a music theme to it, it also shows a big picture, like a thumbnail, and just themes the whole UI system for that one specific game. Whenever you switch games, whenever you go to like God of War to Spider-Man, it just changes and you just feel a whole different vibe. And that's what I'm talking about. When it comes to next gen and user experience, they are definitely thinking about the player and the consumer and just making it next generation. Now, when it comes to the PlayStation 5, if you're thinking or considering about getting one, just go ahead and get one. Because the fact that the player experience on this feels completely next gen compared to a lot of other consoles I played, it's just amazing. The games, the exclusive games are beautiful when it comes to Spider-Man, when it comes to God of War. Even Days Gone is such a great game. I know that was made for the PS4, but PlayStation exclusives are they're just different. They get you really tied into the whole story, and it's just a great console. So if you're thinking about getting a PlayStation 5, I highly recommend you get up and get one. Go to Target, go on the PlayStation website, and try and get yourself one. Or if you're thinking of getting one as a gift, I highly recommend that too. So we are almost at 10K subscribers. So if you haven't subbed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, go ahead and hit the like button too. And if you want to see upcoming content, hit the reminder button. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.